And here we go. Jayson Shaw, referred to as, with me earlier, the Thrilla and Manila, part 2. AJ
improved on that's noticeable is the break shot. Not really trying to baby him or control it as much. A little lighter there than we've seen here in the last few rounds.
A little bit of nerves, right? You just touched on maybe the pressure of 2 Filipinos left. We started the final 16 with 10 Filipinos. And he's bent it right over the 3, which is pretty sweet.
I think that'll be looked at through this match if it kind of continues. But the one thing we try to stay away from with it is, you know what I mean? Like, all the balls are down here, and we like to see him open up with the stroke and make the long balls, and they're going to be a...
Yeah, maybe I overlooked it, but I felt at the Reyes Cup he was getting into him pretty good, and I think so far here, so I feel like kind of like Aloysius Yap. 7 to the 8. Interesting line he chose here, but he's not afraid to draw the ball. I figured he wanted a bigger angle.
Yeah, I'm almost 100% he did, really. Draw stroke's a nice tool he has that he can really kind of...
Seconds to walk around and look at where you want to be. This is where he used to make a little mistake from time to time. Pretty big. Yeah, we're going to hear him. There's a lot. That match does not end before this match.
Yeah, a lot more speed on that one. Not even close. The one being in a difficult place to push out. Also, what'll happen on that first break, I've been like this before, and you got to get just a piece of the one somehow. He's certainly not going to roll out to anything he can make. And that certainly wasn't it either. He wanted to go a little less spin that really carries you a little heavier on the 1 and maybe hold behind the 6. Now, the one thing I would have liked to for Jay has that cut off. Is he going super thin here? Or is he just chipping it and then going behind the 2-3 for the safety? Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to do at that thinness right there in the 5-8 combination in the near future. You can get to the short side of the 5. Where is the 4? I think it's in the upper right. Yeah. With the build up to this match, we see anything, you know, I know he's so natural, but tells me a lot at how good he looks early.
Really kind of preach to people is he's got almost the same takeaway on every swing. A little bitty pre-stroke like that, and then the tempo of the takeaway is almost identical from shot to shot. And when I mean takeaway, just the start of the backswing, really.
Yeah, and that's what can have hesitation, no matter how good the takeaway is. But he's not showing any.
He doesn't quit that right hand coming through the ball. It doesn't tighten towards impact. It just keeps flowing through, which I think is especially under pressure.
Yeah, Double J. He's playing into the crowd. It's only game number 2. My good.
Quiet kind of guys that, you know, he's not going to sit there and be a big social media guy, I don't think. Maybe he is a little bit, but just kind of, like I said, quiet, keeps to himself, gets the business done, and goes on about it.
Him anyway.
Yeah, real good look. Just stay off the rail coming across. This is the only worry is if you get a little flat.
The table.
Yeah, he'll let the left spin open it up, hit about the middle diamond where he's at. I mean, went a little past it, that's fine.
That's pretty sweet right there.
People always ask me, Jeremy, I need a good drill for speed control. And I really only have one answer usually, and that's finish your stroke. And natural, where you're not trying to control what's going on with the speed and worry about it. Make sure you're finishing that stroke, and you'll be amazed at how good it becomes.
Yeah, you can push the stroke. That's why these guys are able to move that cue ball and make it look so easy. I'll tell you what, I mean, he's just making a pretty big statement here early. Looking extremely comfortable.
Oh, yeah, the lag. Right. That got him started with a break and run. Then maybe a little bit of a suspect push out. I like the idea, but it was a little off. And now it's been full punishment. Yeah, he went right by the 8, so now Eagle Eye has a first real chance to get on the board, and a good one with ball in hand. This looks a little heavy. Could be over the 8.
Sorry, Jeremy.
All right.
I think it's a little thinner than it looks, but all the way around, like you said.
You know, if Jayson lets it happen, kind of the way AJ's playing may really free him up as well. I mean, Jason's had that, it wasn't Mach 5 around the table, but it was just really freed up, is an easy way to say it.
Yeah, I think the most important thing you said there, though, is if he lets it happen, and I to this, I think he will let it happen.
I think he likes to want that to happen a lot of times. You said it, he'll let a little something, one thing or another, get a little negative, and then it maybe takes a game or two to kind of get by that.
Yeah, so pretty quick response here from Shaw. I don't think we're going to see any type of push in the crowd. Some racks. Shaw is on the board. Get our first look at Jayson's break shot.
Not like the shot I was talking about. It must feel like it's just too easy to maybe be off of just
too back up table, but he can bank it to the right. Or can he thin it to the 3?
Yeah, I wouldn't have passed this myself.
Boy, I always felt like this corner pocket was in the way, but how did he finish here?
Especially to quickly pass it from AJ. This is going to be a little light.
The entire rack there.
Yeah, a lot of times on those shots you can afford a hair of a bump where the 7 catches the 3 a little bit, and you still the 9 ball. Doesn't need a lot.
Yeah, not out of the cue ball. Skyler Woodward very good at this as well when it's even straighter. Yeah, I think we're in for a absolute
win to the 9. Straight high ball.
So far, I like the response from Jayson Shaw. It looks pretty good. It's all about the break shot. It's going to come down to that with these two. Shaw within 1. With fans.
And the 6 underneath the 7 maybe while doing this push out. It's left this tough though. Behind the purple, trying to bank the 2 just up maybe towards the pink. Needs a little right flick on the cue ball.
Checking it with a right spin, huh? Very simple, very effective. Pretty quickly here, he could just stop behind the pink if he'd like, or he could just tuck down and create the distance.
Yeah, I think the latter of the 2 just agrees with everyone in that situation, right? It's about usually having a kick in return or some type of jump that's doable.
Yeah, and you saw the motion from Shaw. Wanted to trickle down behind. Kicking heavy behind it, going to stick. Look at the speed. He's lost the cue ball.
Should be able to escape. Not easy, though. He's kind of maybe has to take a little distance on the 3. Oh, he could draw it. He cheated the pocket a bit. Did use extension, but it's only a 30-second added. Little odd here.
Oh, I think he can follow out. I think he's got a couple options. Oh, he's punched it out 2 rails below the 5.
Oh, easily around the 8 towards somewhat the center, maybe a hair past.
Yeah, Jayson Shaw looking to tie this up. Double J was trailing 3 games to 0. Looked all to be Manis. Shaw, 7-time Mosconi Cup champion, 3-time MVP. By the early start from AJ Manis. Jayson Shaw not going away. 3 games apiece within this week for David. Here's the kick we often see, Jeremy, off the top of the 9.
This 3 maybe to where it gives him a little more maybe cover to run to, maybe. I'm not.
Is there a play off the 5?
Yeah, that's heavy, isn't it? No, actually really good here, I guess. Could come back at the 9. Where he is so underrated, in my opinion. Being able to get the snooker at a lot of times. Ooh, that ball checked. That ball checked big time.
Leading this match early at 3 games to 0.
Yeah, he's got to go light here. 3 on the side rail cue ball. That's a heavy one. And again, when they go look, I just can't express it enough. With the 4 near.
Yeah, no question. We'll chop this. Like a bounce here. I think the lower right's of.
And I think he's fairly straight here. Maybe going into the 9 a little bit. Just come 1 row up for the 6 in the lower right. Needs to go a little bit.
Left side, though, he doesn't have to try and check this 2 rails. The 7 in a pretty good position. But he's going to probably try to check this. Oh, I like it. That's what I was talking about there. Just take your distance.
Like Jayson, especially playing very well.
Yeah, I've noticed Jason's actually been doing that most of the tournament. Looks like he's coming 2 rails out of the top left.
I wonder if it's going to make the rails play a little softer, like he ended up short on the 6 right there. You know what I mean? Not as much bounce, just getting it cleaned here and there. And it's not a material on there or a substance, let's say. It's just making sure none of the chalk marks.
You would be relieved to get a good look here.
Well, you just got to believe it's going to change. That's why you stay positive with it. And I think clearing his head after not liking some of the outcomes of the break has helped him a ton, you know, trying to work for that first shot. And now here it is.
It's a real good layout, too, from the pink 4 on. Going to the right side of the table as well.
Yeah, I think if the 8 wasn't there, he definitely comes 2 cushions at it. But, you know, why take that chance? Just, you got to work low. I think the 6 goes in both the side and the corner. Ooh, caught that a little heavy. Won't hurt him. Hear something barking around here.
Yeah, I think it's Shaw and Manis.
Yeah, he hit that very clean. Now this will ease it.
This is what Jayson Shaw lives for. Big crowds, great competition, and winning. Immediately trailed 3 games to 0. Little let up there. 5 games to 3. Pretty great response by Eagle Eye. Really looks focused. And what a view right there. Jayson Shaw leading 5-3 and breaking.
Yeah, he keeps getting that kiss to that be rolled on top of the 3 maybe or something like that. So he's going to roll out to maybe a sliver of the 2. And then the kick from behind's obviously there.
Yeah.
So we'll see the speed he plays it. If he plays it with a lot of speed, I expect the cue ball to go to the left rail. Otherwise, he can hold it on the lighter one. Yeah.
See, I think that's all outsmarting once again, and I'm just...
And you're trying to get protection with the object ball. A huge shot in this match, in my opinion, right here. Yeah, if he goes on to get out, we know what it kind of going to be a tussle.
Yeah, it's pretty evident that control for AJ is going to be a tussle. As long as Jayson doesn't miss that odd ball, and that's what Jayson will do from time to time, is miss a ball. It's not really going to happen in this particular match. I think Jayson is so up for this for so many different reasons.
Yeah, got into it nicely there. Up the pocket on the pink. Now don't try to get too much. Just in between the 7-8 is all right. 7 doesn't pass the 9. So he's got a pretty nice to go to the lower right though, isn't he?
Is right now on the verge of 6 in a row from Shaw after a huge statement by AJ Manis, winning 3 in a row out the gate.
I think Manis has pocketed a ball in those 6 games either. It's all just been some safeties. The one jump that he didn't quite get safer in the table, but fighting for that first shot as good as anything.
And it is 6 in a row. And he's not going to get a look on a great break.
Around the first diamond, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't think that. Yeah, this is. I don't think you can shoot at this. How do you get position?
I think that's what he's doing. He wants to just make AJ have to play some.
He's going to tell us a lot here. Oh, he's caught the point. He didn't have position.
His ball to have a cut on the pink, and therefore I think heighten his chances of making the bank on the 3 as well.
Yeah, definitely earned some respect from AJ with that shot right there. That's what it tells us, right? Not real confident with, but if you're going to play the bank.
Well, I think what's happened also is with all the push-out situations and some tact. Lost a few games, not only with Jayson running out, but with me maybe not making the best decision, not, taking on some of these shots. Now, Jason's real crafty, though. The variance. It's just so vast, right, Scott? You can't get it all, and even if you're started coming at 18 or 19 years old.
Yeah, 100%. Not a knock on AJ Manis. He's just not been around long enough.
Yeah, and 7 really impressive 7 racks as well, and I still don't know if AJ has pocketed a ball during those 7.
I don't believe he has. Jayson Shaw leading 7 games. Whatever he decides to do here, to me, first glance, it's bringing the 2 back down table and maybe using the 3, but he could cut at this. I think that there's Big benefit to it. Ball to get behind here.
Yeah, absolutely. And play the 2 as much as anything with the 6 and the 9 and all that there, right? Oh, he found a gap. Well, that ball kind of...
This is where AJ really needs to buckle down and understand what's happening here. How about just chop it in from nowhere? My.
This little extra time I like. Just one real nice shot again here. Getting back to the left center of the table. This has got to go.
Yeah, he needs some help here, and he is not going to receive it.
So go ahead, Scott. Sorry. I was just going to say these angles sure fool me. I thought he could put high left and come down the left side for a cut on the pink.
Yeah, it's the next best thing right there. But
continuing down to the bottom. Maybe the 4 gets up table a little bit. Yeah, like that.
He might have a chance to get this if it's got the pace. If it's got the pace.
Got a finish here, coming backwards with the cue ball.
Wow. So clean there, Jeremy. And look at the speed at which he hit it. That's how comfortable he is right now. Really, where's the mistake been from Jayson Shaw? I haven't seen it. We're into game number 11. He's been fearless and flawless.
No question here on the soft break. Yeah. The 4-6 is a little funny, but he's got a great look here. He's just got to maintain a little angle to try and create something. He needs some help here. He needs that to go. Don't know that's going to be what he wanted. Warning for the soft break. I mean, it is just, he's just barely hitting him at all.
Yeah. Can't disagree. And that's all a result of being straight, trying to create that angle there. Did he get away with it? He has speed on these Rassens. It will not go.
Looks like he's got to get 3 rails around and just make a decision. Okay, got a lot out of the cue ball.
And it's just so scary. Is he shooting at this?
He's shooting. So hard to make this ball and get position. Oh, he almost fluked it off the 8. But that's why I
did not hit the 4 bad. I'm speaking of AJ. If the 8 wasn't there, I actually believe.
I think it's still, I understand.
He's young and feeling good, though, obviously. Well, where's this going? Where's this going? Life is good for Shaw.
Games and I'm not totally knocking it. You know, felt like some type of safety was maybe the play. But maybe he feels like that Jayson's just doing everything right on that end as well, that maybe he needs to overcome it.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't knock a shot in 2020 when we see him miss the ball. I was a little surprised he was shooting at it. Neither here nor there. Let's not take anything away from the guy at the table. Jayson Shaw now leading 9-3. Was initially ahead 1 ball at a time. AJ, not much he can do. I didn't fault him for shooting pink. Felt like if he feels good about it, you got to take it on. The 1's down, 2's coming up. Oh, life. Jason's been knocking on the door for the last 12 months. So close. Playing very, very well. Devotes all of his time to his craft. Just going to tuck down here 1 rail. Rails out. Or just hold it there. That'll work. Listen, it's been flawless, really, except for the missed 3. It's been all Jayson Shaw the last 10 racks. I mean, every single inch of it. And a break and run. It's going to get... And finally we see him peer to the crowd with the ear.
I think that has a little something to do with that pace on table 2 as well.
All right, Shaw 1 away.
Yeah, does he rip the bank? It's there. The pink's pretty available. Got an easy safety, a couple. No, high ball, probably not.
Yeah, the green 6 or the yellow and black 9. It's the green 6. How's the speed? Pretty good.
Could kind of send the cue ball forward towards the 4 and 8 also, banging the 3 back down. And he didn't get enough cut.
Yeah, he's going to go with this.
I like that myself. Maybe just a touch of right spin.
And he did cut at it. Jayson Shaw with an open look to the corner.
But there's another referee at the table taking care of the shot clock, so I'm really don't know. Yeah, that shot should do it.
You know, he told us before the match, Jeremy. Well, he told us everything 3 racks to 0. We see AJ's score. He's still on 3. You cannot make a bigger statement.
Exceptional match. He's kept the brain intact. He's used the brain quite a bit to get this lead, and really, I think has missed 1 ball, and it's the ball.
He's trying to create the angle, so we'll give him that.
Yeah, that's when he fell flat on that. Yeah, that was in the last rack actually, and in these 10 games he's lost. Now it's going to be 11. I think AJ's only pocketed 2 balls. The thin cut shot on the 2, and the 3 he didn't get gather position on the 2 to 4. So, all right, and I think AJ will take this hopefully the right way and move forward.
Yeah, Jayson said this is going to be the thriller in Manila. I think they might start calling him the driller in Manila.